Sorry.
RS.
I apologize.
TV. Is that it? Is that the...
And 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Literal Show with your host, Mike James. To my left, Jordy Young. Across from me diagonally, Charlie Fletcher. And across from me straightways, if I look at him directly, it's Chris.
Hi.
Guys,
I go by Bill on the show.
Welcome
I feel
back.
like that's the thing we should
doing?
Also,
clarify.
You do this every episode, Charlie, and every episode you're wrong.
Also, Charlie reminded me that it is our 23rd episode, and it's October 23rd.
Hey, I said that earlier. Charlie's stealing from me.
Jesus Christ. All right, it gets pointed out every fucking time. Nobody's stealing
You
from
fucking
you.
I was
colonized.
stealing from
You
me.
Letting them
colonized
know.
Jordy's jokes.
Listen, man, you're going to give my jokes
Hang on,
smallpox.
I thought we would wait till the
God.
end of the episode before the Charlie Jordy blow up. Can we just wait towards the end?
Nobody's stealing a fucking joke. Nobody's
Why are you stealing
anything.
from me? I feel like you
we're
should
gonna get
pay
it
me
out of the way
money.
at the beginning and see how
That's-
it's fucking
that's
devolves.
copyright
We'll just
infringement.
cross-
Hey
Crossing my
guys,
arms.
if any of you drives a truck, Jordy drove a truck at one point. He started that,
true,
so
it's true.
please don't.
If you
Also,
own an F-150,
If you
thank you.
migrate,
trucks.
if you migrate to a minivan from a truck, that's definitely my move.
That's also his move. Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
I know, right?
So anyway, I missed last week. I was deathly fucking ill.
yeah, but did you miss it though?
I did, and I did that really annoying thing. Well, annoying to my manager because every day I was like, all right, I'm going to try to go to work today. And then like an hour in, I was like, I'm not going to work today. Because I thought it was like, at first I thought it was just like a head cold. Like, I have a sore throat, I have a headache. Let me get a day to rest. I'll be back on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So I took off Monday. Tuesday, wake up. It's worse. It's like a migraine. And now also I'm coughing. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. All right, I'm going to take today off too. And he's like, all right.
Did you
I'm
get
sorry,
a-
I can't come
Did you
in,
get a new
boss. I have
symptom
my
every day?
confirmatory
yes,
diarrhea.
Seriously, it kept evolving.
I'm
I'm like, oh, this
bleeding
is
on
not
my
good.
ass. What the
so
fuck?
then Wednesday, I woke up and it was in my chest, and I was like, fuck, because I'm really prone to like bronchitis and upper respiratory infections because my mother smoked in the house my whole life, so it's just byproduct of that. And so I was like, God damn it, this is the day I have to go to the doctor. So I'm like, Jared, I'm going to the doctor today. This is my third day, and now I'm not coming in. Because it'd be easier if I was like, hey, I need the next 5 days off. I have this, right? But it was like, it was so annoying because I'm like, it's like 8 o'clock, which is normally when I start my day, and like 8:30, I'm like, not today.
Yeah.
So I go to the doctor. It turns out I have a sinus infection and I have an upper respiratory infection. So they gave me a new inhaler, which I haven't had since I was like 10, antibiotics and some shit for my cough. And I still was like, okay, now I have antibiotics. I'm not contagious. I can go to work maybe. But no. So Thursday and Friday. Friday I went back, made it to like noon, and I was so fucking lethargic and tired and achy. And I was just like, and I drive all day for my job, and I'm in homes talking to people. So it's not really the best. You know, it's not like I work in a warehouse or something, and it's just me powering through it. I also have to be this not, coughing, spitting up phlegm, terrible sounds from my nose. in
So
front of
anyway,
people.
ma'am, your HDMI cables are... Hold on a second.
Yes.
You know what? You know the thing? I'm not a doctor.
Hold on, did he
To
spit on
to the
HDMI
surprise of no
cables?
one.
To the surprise of literally 0 people. I'm not a doctor, but so I find it weird and arbitrary, like what parts of your body get sick, like your lungs can get like sick.
Well, so
or
the
your
reason that-
sinuses. Why can't like nipples get sick?
Well, yeah, I've never had a
So the-
bicep cold.
Yeah, why
So the
can't
way
your
it works
knuckles
is
get
your
sick?
symptoms when you're sick are just the byproduct of your immune system responding, right? So you showing symptoms is your immune system working.
But isn't the immune system sort of encompasses the whole body? Doesn't that include my nips?
It's
It
because
does.
your nips don't breathe in virus air.
My nips don't lie also.
They also
Yeah.
don't incubate well for bacteria if it's an infection.
Yeah.
Viruses don't give a shit about your nipples.
Yeah, not
Not a
a
lot
whole
of
lot
surface area. I mean, is there?
Whoa!
I have
Salami
very
tits?
large
Nipples?
nipples. Well, okay, so my areolas are very small, but my nipples are huge.
So while you're pointing to your
Like a
shirt,
stack of quarters.
can we talk
are my
about all
nipples.
metal bands using the same 1 or 2 fonts, and that both of them are on that shirt?
Well, then you can't see because of the green screen.
Hang on,
That's
can I try to read it?
technology, folks. Yeah.
Hang on.
You will.
Of
Feather.
and a bone.
You got it. A feather and bone. That's it.
Oh,
Now look
really?
at the
That's
bottom.
it.
Oh,
Exactly.
shit. I thought it would be a joke
Look at
answer.
the bottom.
Charlie will not like the
This-
bottom,
this
so
is the-
probably...
This
Oh,
is the
okay.
other.
Yeah, Charlie's not going to like the bottom, so...
Okay, well,
Well,
earmuffs,
it's not
Charlie.
like he could read it, so it's fine.
Well, actually, why don't we have Charlie try to read it? Charlie, try to read the bottom. What do you think here?
Go ahead.
That is all over the place, that font.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
it's a mess. He's
The
going to hate
print
it.
shop almost declined the order.
Yeah.
He's not going to hate it because he's not going to be able to read it.
That's like going to a
Just
tattoo
like
shop.
every other normal person.
It's like going to a tattoo shop wanting a big portrait, but wanting it 3
It's-
inches large.
yes.
It's something of the ascension. I can't get the first word.
Mockery.
Mockery.
of the Ascension.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely not. Oh, okay.
Oh, now
Yeah.
I get it. It's all coming back to me. Okay.
Just like the Celine Dion song.
Exactly like it.
It's all coming back to me.
Oh, I thought
But
you
they
were
cover
talking
this band covers that song is why I did that.
about. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, while I was sick, I had a lot of time to reflect and watch more TikTok. Still doing that. That's something I can't stop doing.
And make metal bands.
I was really trolling the internet and Twitter, and a couple things just stood out to me. Some real all-stars of the internet that I wanted to share with you guys because it made me laugh out loud alone in the house, which is harder to do, laughing alone versus laughing when people are near you.
It's like really fucked up. It's messing me up now because apparently now trolling means two different things.
Like being an asshole, basically.
Yeah, and I think
It's
of
like a
trolling as in
fluid
like
definition.
trolling mode, or I'm just kind of cruising along.
You know what else is a fluid definition? Literally. God, that's pissing me off.
Oh, yeah.
And the problem is when people misuse it for long enough,
it changes the
becomes
actual
definition,
Yep.
and that really pisses me off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally.
So I was just going through Twitter, and you know how sometimes anybody here use Twitter actively?
I have a Twitter, but only for this show, and I do not use it ever at all.
I use it
anytime.
retroactively.
Well, I deactivated Facebook, so this has been my go-to.
I follow a lot of stuff on Twitter. I think I've had it since 2008, and I've probably tweeted 6 times.
Yeah, I don't know if I follow you. I have to check that out.
I follow like 4 different things.
Well, sometimes on Twitter, even if you don't follow somebody, it'll pop up if somebody or maybe 1 or 2 people that you do follow like it or comment on it. Like, hey, you might like this because you follow this person a million years ago. So it's just a tweet from somebody I don't know and also somebody not famous. And it just says, and there's no punctuation or capitalization. It just says, you telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
I like that.
And I belly laughed hard. And I was coughing too because I couldn't catch my fucking breath.
That's Abigail Mandler.
What? Oh, is that a joke?
No. I follow the same person on Twitter.
Oh, shit.
It's by at Jovisha Keys.
Oh, well then.
Wow,
A girl I know,
Abigail.
or a
You're
girl that
found
I
out.
follow,
Somebody fucking
she
plagiarized
retweeted
some
the
shit.
same
Well,
thing.
I wouldn't be surprised because it has 32,000 retweets. So.
Abigail, we're on to you.
But it was just a simple, no context, and like,
That's a Dugan.
That is a good
okay.
It all has to catch you at the right moment, though, because like
Yeah.
right now I don't care, but it's probably because I'm on my second beer and I don't care about much now.
Also, when you read a bunch of bullshit, you're not expecting to laugh, and that's the best time to
Yeah,
laugh.
exactly. It has to catch you
Right now, as I'm reading these, you guys are like, make me laugh, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Go
that's the
ahead.
problem. You hyped them
You're
up,
on the
and now we're
fucking
like, this
spot,
is
Playboy.
bullshit.
That's fine. I still think you might laugh. All right, this is a little longer, but people say the worst part of Harry Potter is the really long bit of them camping in the woods. But actually, it's when Hagrid explains there are 29 nuts to a sickle and 17 sickles to a galleon. Just an absurd currency system. Complete dog shit.
That is fucking true, and that did piss me off when I watched those
But
movies.
wait, so there's a comment underneath that says, wizard shop owner, : like this is him talking.
Right.
Sorry, don't have any sickles to give you change. Here's 298 nuts. Fuck off.
It did fuck.
I want to laugh, but I don't get it.
It's just,
It reminds you of the imperial system
Yes.
because it's like an arbitrary,
Oh,
like 12 inches is a foot,
also
Yes.
it adds nothing. It
Gotcha.
never comes up in the series.
5,280 feet is a mile.
It's of zero pertinence of any kind.
Yeah.
So why even have that in
Yeah.
the fucking...
It never played a
It's-
vital role in the fucking plot.
I think
ever.
it's for like the quaintness, the quaintness. You know what I mean? Like they want to make
But
it
also,
cute.
seriously,
Yeah.
29 nuts to a sickle and 17... Also, the fact that they're odd numbers really fucking pisses
That's
me
more
off.
arbitrary than our fucking system
I literally
of
think
measurement.
since
in
it's
this
from
country.
a British author that they're just poking fun at the empirical
That makes sense.
measuring system.
And I really give props to J.K. Rowling for that one.
yeah, for sure.
That's a low-key...
And
She
for-
wrote that for her.
Yeah.
And for donating
That
a
was a
shit
burn
ton
for
of
her.
money to all kinds of things. Like one
Yeah.
of the few billionaires that actually donating their wealth.
Yeah.
This one has a picture associated with it, but it's not important.
well, she's one of the few billionaires that at one point was homeless. That's the difference.
Oh, yeah. The rise to glory.
Everybody else, I mean, every other one that you hear about was either upper class or middle class at least. And I would imagine the transition from middle class to that is huge. But to go from homeless and like destitute to being a billionaire, you don't forget your roots.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Also consider that I think we can all agree that Kylie Jenner is probably the hardest working, most deserved billionaire.
Oh yeah,
out
no,
there,
she's
for sure.
she inspires me every day.
I'm
I
just
just-
like, you know what? Every time I'm getting ready to quit, You know, like when I'm
What would Kylie do?
when I'm in the middle
Yeah.
when I'm in the middle of
WWKD.
Hell Week and I'm
Who
in the
would
Pacific
Kylie give a
Ocean.
Pepsi to end racism? Thanks, Kylie Jenner.
Oh,
Exactly,
wow.
exactly.
That is a that's like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
5-year throwback or something like that.
Uh-huh,
I remember
yep.
that shit.
Yeah.
Like when I blow out my knee and I'm in the middle of a UFC fight and I'm about to quit, I
What
just
would
like
Kylie
You just
what
go,
would Kylie-
man. Maybe I should get a family member to leak a sex tape, and I can just
You have an anime
build my
moment.
empire
You're on the
from
ground.
there.
You're getting kicked. You're bleeding. But then the theme song starts. Playing in the background real low and starts increasing. And all of a sudden you have one last bout of power and you knock him out with
yep.
one hit.
And you
Yeah,
think
when-
about your aunt fucking a D-list rapper, and you're like, I can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what,
Actually,
though?
here's the truest example from my own heart. When I'm about to throw a touchdown pass for the Miami Dolphins, but then I remembered I was paid millions of dollars to make sure that we lose every game this season. I think what would Kylie Jenner do?
But you know what? I fucking despise that family. But I will say this.
He's not
all
going to
right?
bite.
Oh, I know. I will say.
I will say this: I'd suck Ray J's dick too.
The
It was a beautiful
all right,
penis. Looked
the
like a
fact-
Snickers bar.
The fact that the family already was, multimillionaires. Okay.
Thanks, AJ.
Having a lot of fucking money doesn't mean
He's sniffing our trash can of beer that sits here week
Boy,
after week
it smells
by itself.
bad, but it's like in
a,
waves.
having a lot of money doesn't mean you're gonna work harder. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It usually means you're gonna work less
Less,
hard.
for sure.
So the fact that the girl is 22, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and had all this money to start her life off with.
A
From
small
what I
loan of
read,
$22 million.
she still does work really fucking hard at building this empire. Granted, she had a
He
place
used air
to
quotes
start.
for the audio
But
listeners.
does building the empire, I wonder if it's just using connections also given to you because of who you
Maybe
fucking
that.
know.
I think she
I
just
don't know,
shows
but
up.
I don't want to downplay.
Yeah, to
be honest.
I don't
She's
want to
like, I signed
downplay
that
somebody that
contract.
actually busts their ass. When most people, if they had that, they wouldn't do anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I'm still not convinced she does anything.
Yeah, it's
She
hard
might
to,
not.
I
It's
literally
hard to
think
tell,
she
man.
shows up.
Saying-
I think any girl you say you want to be a model, they'd be like, yeah.
I just know-
but
if
most
Somebody asked me if
girls.
I wanted to be a model. I
'Cause
say,
everybody-
yeah.
I would say,
But if
fuck
I hit
you.
the
Don't
fucking
make fun
lotto,
of my weight. I
if
see
I
what
hit
you're
the
doing.
lotto tomorrow, it's not going to make me go, man. I've been not doing shit this whole time. Now I want to go out and start 15 businesses, and I want to make them happen. No,
You know what
I'm
you are
be
going to
just
do if
as
you want a
fucking
lottery tomorrow?
lazy.
I
You're going to
would.
buy me a black edition Nissan GTR. 'cause
Well,
you
what if
promised.
it's only like 600 grand?
God, I forgot that I agreed to that.
I didn't.
And I am, I am a man of my word.
Charlie, you can do it.
I also have to give Phyllis at Denny's $1 million.
Well, Denny's closed down, so you're fucked.
Yeah,
no,
you're
no,
out.
Boca Raton.
Oh.
You had a way out, man.
Hey,
No.
Charlie,
I made a promise.
You can wrap that car in a Miami Dolphins thing though before you give it to him. Mm-hmm. That does not break.
He's
the
going to
terms
ride this
of the
dead
contract.
dolphin all night.
I'm just saying, if you want to insult Mike,
Yeah, one final fuck you while you give him a super nice car.
exactly.
All right, so the next one.
The
has-
license plate says Tannehill.
It's a picture, but it's not required. but I'll
there's-
describe it.
It's gonna be blue and teal. Or
Speaking
blue
of
and orange.
speaking of Ray J's dick,
oh
is a
my
Snick-
god,
it's a
he
pic-
said blue and teal.
I did.
it's a picture of a Snickers bar
Oh shit.
torn in half, and then there's an empty wallet in the middle. Mm-hmm. And it says, "Watch out, parents! Millennials have begun hiding their student loan debt in Halloween candy this year." That made me chuckle.
Sad.
Yeah, that made me
But
chuckle.
also very sad.
That one doesn't hit me. Also, I feel like people grossly underestimate the range of the
Hang on.
millennials.
You don't laugh this hard ever. Go ahead.
What happened to your phone just now? Oh, chat?
Is anybody looking at the chat right now?
No, only you.
I love frosting said a room full of hot guys. I love frosting. I'm so in the right room. Sometimes I wish I was under your table while you were streaming.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, we have a new fan. Sweet.
Cool.
Hey,
cool
one
and good.
follow equals one prayer.
Oh, I don't know who you are, but you're my new favorite person. Right?
I don't know who you are.
Oh boy.
I don't know who you are, but I know you love frosting.
And the last one. Halloween costume idea called Gradual Mutation. Step 1, wear a lab coat to the party and chat about your experiments on crocodiles. Step 2, every hour go to the bathroom and apply more scaly makeup. Step 3, ask people for meat. Step 4, at the end of the night, put a lab coat on a crocodile and let it loose.
All right, I like the ending.
Oh yeah, that was the best part.
You
was
picked- you
the
picked-
actual
happy
crocodile
ending.
really sell
Picked
it.
a fucking finale for that one. I do.
Anyway,
I
it's
do
good
enjoy
shit.
that.
I laugh the hardest usually when it's out of context. You're not expecting it, and you're just
Yes.
scrolling. You're like, like especially
Taught me.
the fucking Oh my god, I said a brain fart. The tweet about the goddamn shrimp fried rice. That one out of all those, that I laughed the hardest
Yeah,
at.
I like
It was
when
so simple.
I like
me
when
a
they
shrimp
don't
fried
And then you
rice.
start thinking about it, and you make yourself laugh.
Yeah.
You're like shrimp fried rice. I guess if you're going by the rules of English, shrimp fried rice. Yeah, I could read that as that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay.
It's almost a complete sentence. It is.
I prefer white man fried rice.
Literally. I prefer Mexican posing as Asian while working at Hibachi Grill fried rice.
I actually
Mexicans
have
do make the best Chinese food.
I actually have
True.
a story about that. So my
What? Were you planning?
no, but
Okay.
you just sort of peppered this back into my brain. So here's what happened. We were at the Benihana,
The
the Benihana,
Benny-
the one and only
the one and
Sound
only
like such a
in
Benihana.
small town
Stewart,
boy.
Florida.
Mhm. We went to the Benihana at the Copacabana.
We saved up a couple paychecks, went to Benihana's for dinner.
And there was the gentleman, our hibachi chef. Well, you have the hibachi chef, but you also have like the waiter comes and gives you your drinks. And
Yes.
everything. Our waiter was very clearly Japanese. Very clearly Japanese.
How?
Very-
How clearly? Because for me, I'd be like very clearly Japanese or Chinese or Vietnamese.
well, they have name tags, and his name tag.
I'm Japanese.
Said, I'm obviously very
Sasuke. It said
Japanese.
Sasuke.
His name was very clearly Japanese. And my dad, operating under the assumption that everyone working there was just a Latino person posing as an Asian person,
Pedro,
which was a
give me
very,
another beer.
very racist, weird thing for him to do.
Okay.
This guy thinks he's fucking hip to what's happening and goes, "Excuse me, senor," to the guy, and I fucking,
Oh, okay.
Sounds like my dad.
Dad, no.
Wow.
And my dad is not.
I'm hip. I'm into it.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
hip,
"No,
I'm cool."
I know what they're doing." Hey, senor, thinking he was gonna catch him off guard, and the guy just fucking kept doing what he's doing because he doesn't fucking speak Spanish.
And he assumes that you can't possibly be talking to me.
Yeah.
And he was very clearly Japanese because when he said, "This is the drink I ordered," the guy took out a samurai sword
seppuku.
and disemboweled himself and committed
Yes.
seppuku at the table.
Yes. He
Very
disgraced
clearly
his family
Japanese.
You brought much dishonor to my family. He removed his shoes before he came up to our table, and that's how I knew that he was very Japanese.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of very
I'm
Japanese,
just having like flashbacks. The last time I went to Benihana's with you, it cost me like $350 fucking dollars.
who are you looking at?
You.
Hang
I was
on.
gonna say.
Why? Okay, hang on. Before you tell the rest of the story, let's play this game. How did I cause Charlie to spend $350?
Was it your birthday and were drinks involved?
There must have
No,
been sake
I don't think
involved.
so.
Like, how the fuck do you spend $350 without drinks involved?
Did you buy a waiter?
no.
It wasn't a birthday, but there were drinks involved.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have no fucking idea.
Lots of sake.
I know-
It's been a while.
I have no
It's been-
recollection of this. Go
it's
ahead.
been about 6 years.
Been a while.
You had met someone from, I want to say California.
Yeah.
She came into town.
Kendra.
Yes.
Yes.
And you guys got to come out to Benihana. I really want you to meet this person. And it just ended up being fishbowl after fishbowl after we weren't all in the same tab. I had somebody with me that just kept ordering fishbowl after
Oh
fishbowl.
yeah, they're
after
this
fishbowl.
fucking big. By the way, they're like, if you can't
Holy
see,
fuck,
it's like a
man.
10-inch diameter. It's an actual fishbowl. Like, I got a
made
beta
out of
fish.
fish.
Like
Oh, this is what
I
you
was
put it in.
fucking shocked at Benihana that it didn't for that price. It didn't come with like fucking koi.
I
in
think
the
they were
thing.
$30 or $40 a piece.
But
Yeah.
what is a fishbowl?
It's
It tasted
the
like
giant-
a Blue Long Island, just in a
it's the
giant.
Oh, it's a drink.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I was thinking it's an entree.
I'm thinking you just had a
no,
fucking
no.
bowl full of fucking fish meat.
There's even a picture that comes up in Time Hop every once in a while of because Kendra and I were sharing one.
I was like, what
And
giant fat person did
it's
you bring?
me with my hand on her face and her going
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?" face, and me with both straws in
But
my
those-
mouth.
those fucking-
sucking it the fuck down.
I don't know if it was because it was back in the day, but the ones we got were like $35 a piece.
Yeah, they were expensive.
They were not cheap. And I'm thinking I
What, did you get
had
top
never
shelf?
been to Benihana before.
Was it a top shelf?
Really?
That was my
Fishbowl?
first time ever
I
going
think
to Benihana.
Conhor was there too with her
Yeah,
man
she
at the
came-
time. Billy.
She came with the
Yes.
ex-husband, yeah.
I don't even know how they.
Did
I don't
we
know how
ever
they
tell
got
you about
invited.
that name, Bill?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's just what I.
This is
just the
always
name.
what I've
So
ever heard.
Everyone's know. Yeah. A lot of people know her just by that.
Yeah, Conhor.
Do you guys want to? You guys want to sort of dissect
Oh, you know
this?
what? We can tell the story because we don't need to use names.
Okay.
To give reference to the listener. Sorry to interrupt, but we probably should.
Okay.
All right, so cunt whore is a girl that I was somewhat talking to for a while, and I called her a cunt once, and she's like, "Don't you call me a cunt." So I called her a whore. She's like, "Don't." That's my second least favorite thing. And I said, "Okay, your new nickname is cunt whore." And then from then on, everybody I knew called her cunt whore. She warmed up to it.
Isn't it
later.
also true that her mom thought it was funny?
Her mom thought it was funny. She thought it was funny.
Am I the
And she-
only person that never called her that?
I never called her
Well, no,
that.
you didn't even know her
well,
back
I
then.
knew about this story before I even met her in person.
Like still
Right.
to this day,
So
I
that's
still
how I
can't
was
do it.
introduced.
That's just
Also, it
That's
was-
a word that I reserve
She
for
was-
somebody that really fucking pisses me off.
She was blatantly trying to like establish dominance for context. She was trying to establish dominance in the conversation at a time where there's nobody ever on planet Earth establishing dominance in a conversation with me. So, and she was also trying to like win my affection at the time.
Well, that's
So-
a way to get her.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Well,
I was actually a
trying to be the
master.
alpha.
I was a master back then. But at any rate, she was being a cunt, I think, and I told her so.
in Jordy's defense,
In my defense,
Your Honor,
Your Honor,
she was being a real cunt.
see, what do they call it? Evidence A, like Exhibit A.
Mm-hmm.
It's
She
like
was being a cunt.
sketch. Of
It's
her
inadmissible. Throw it out.
Also, real quick sidebar. Cuntor sounds like a fucking cool villain from the He-Man and the Masters
being- Yeah,
of the Universe.
it became like a pet name. It was
Oh.
like a cute thing.
Skeletor, cunt
Like
whore.
C-Dub.
Yeah.
Beast
People
Man.
would
You have to
call
really
him
accent the T to make it villainy, though. Cuntor.
Couture.
Almost sounds like KOTOR, one of my favorite video games of all time. Knights of the Old
Randy Couture.
Republic. Seriously.
Randy Cuntor.
Randy Contour.
She's very horny.
All right, Bill, what do you got for
What
us?
if he went up in a match against Kenny Slamcock?
Is that a what?
Oh, Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock.
Oh,
Ken Slamcock.
I thought I was missing something else
That's
there.
good. That was good.
Kenny Slam
like that.
versus Randy Couture.
All right, what are we
Randy
playing? What are
Cuntor
we playing?
versus
Kenny
Ken
Slam.
Slamcock. All right, we're gonna do Yahoo.
We're gonna do.
We're gonna do
We're gonna do a Yahoo real quick.
Yahoo.
I don't speak Spanish, but everyone at my work does.
Wait, is this context? Is this
Is this a
context
Yahoo
here?
question?
This is someone posting to Yahoo Answers.
Got it.
And then okay.
Wait, it's called
Wait,
Yahoo
wait,
Answers
what
and not Yahoo
what are we?
Questions.
Yeah.
Are
So
we
it
trying
doesn't-
to
Wouldn't it be
guess what
Jeopardy
is?
rules?
No. I'm
Right?
gonna read you a thing, and then we're just gonna
Someone
sort
has
of
to guess what the
Yeah.
question is.
Dissect
Wouldn't it be
it.
Jeopardy rules if it's called Yahoo
28
Answers?
centimeters. All right, what are we talking about?
Guys, just take
What
this.
is the length
just
of my
take this
cock?
ride with me. Just take this ride with me.
All right, fine.
I don't speak
like it when
Spanish.
you say shit like that.
I don't speak Spanish, but everyone at my work does. They have a nickname for me that I would like translated.
Peachy Mary
Poppy
Cone.
Culo,
Peachy Mary Cone.
which is Daddy
They will,
Asshole.
Peachy
always
Mary
call,
Cone.
they will always call me Mary Cone. Whatever that means. Sometimes it's Peachy Mary Cone. I told them I prefer the flavor orange, and they just laugh at me. I think it must be some kind of ice cream maybe they have in Mexico they don't have here.
Holy shit.
I'm just glad that whatever it means, it makes everyone laugh and happy.
The funniest part about that is the Mexican-only ice cream flavor that they're like hoarding.
That's definitely.
I saw. No,
Definitely.
it is. I saw it a while back, and I showed it to some people that I work with.
I still don't know what that means, by the way.
Pinche maricón means
Yeah.
fucking.
Asshole or
No, it's a epithet for homosexual people.
Got it.
The F word.
so.
It's an
what's-
epitaph
What
for
fucker?
homosexual
Yep.
people.
that
Yeah,
one.
which F word do you mean?
Yeah, what F word are you
William?
talking about?
We need it for context.
Think of
We're not
the
fucking
dad
jumping off
from
this
Full
train until you
House.
say it.
This is his last name.
I don't know.
Bob
Saget.
Bob Saget.
I'm trying to think of the character's last name.
I just
So-
keep thinking of that Jamie Kennedy
So
rap
what's the
about Bob
word?
Saget.
Homosexual.
Yeah, but you know the one.
The British slang term for cigarette?
But the whole way through,
Bundle?
not just. Yep.
That's
that
a bunch
bundle?
of them. Bundle's
Yeah,
not one.
it's
I
a
said
bunch.
single, though. Single cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, Lucy. It's a Lucy.
So that
Is
would
the
be
word
called
I'm-
a what?
Oh, guys, I know. It's faggot.
There it is. Oh, beans.
Beans. Oh, beans.
I'm glad I wasn't the one.
That sucks too because I didn't when I was a kid. I mean, all of us can probably agree, and we understand
We've
that times
called each
change.
other that so many
generationally,
times.
of course, things change, right? What was okay for like our grandparents to say in the playground or do on the playground, where they were probably just beating the shit out of each other, and teachers were smoking cigarettes, and
Yeah.
nobody gave a shit.
No, that was
Obviously
that
it
was when
fly.
I was in school.
Well, I did say grandparents. I thought we'd cover that.
Then they had dunce caps and little.
Listen, you keep lining them up. I'm gonna keep knocking them down.
Keep wearing that fucking jersey. We're gonna be knocking something else down.
Yeah, well, as long as you got Fix-It, you don't have to worry about anything coming out. All right, I don't want to do this, but it just lines keep showing up in my head, and I have to say them out loud.
This is like a rap battle.
Well, that reminds me of middle school lunchtime was like the cut down battle. That's
Yeah.
when it all happened.
That's when it all happened.
No, seriously. Well, for me, it
That's
did
where
because
the
I
magic
was,
happened.
I was
That's where it
made
all
fun of
happened.
ruthlessly and mercilessly every year until about 8th grade, maybe end of 7th grade.
What changed for you?
Who I was hanging out with?
Ah.
So in 6th grade, so I had known Jordy since we were in kindergarten, but I went to a different elementary school to finish 3rd through 5th. So we get, and it's hard enough to stay in touch with people when you're grown. When you're, what, 6?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll never see this person.
This is
man.
before
Goodbye.
cell phones and Facebook.
And you're young, so who gives a shit? So I didn't see Jordy again until middle school. But I didn't know him well enough to go, oh, Jordy, you remember me when we were 6 years old? So I saw him in the hall, he saw me, I don't think we ever even said hi to each other. So in that grade, I was also coming from a gifted program. So I went back into the gifted program in middle school, which I was ill prepared for because the program that I was in elementary school was like once a week instead of a whole separate class.
Yeah.
So I was failing almost immediately in middle school, which is hard to do, right?
Yeah.
And so I dropped down to advanced, and that's where I met Matt Alman. And Matt was the biggest beta male of all time. So walking around like he's alpha, but really would be the first one to, shrink down.
Okay.
And at the time, he was the one
Shout out to
making
Matt.
fun of me the most. So
Yeah,
I
Matt,
wanted
you
to be.
bitch.
Yeah, so
Well, he was
pussy.
making fun of you the most because he had somebody to
yes,
back
and
him
I was
up.
not responding at all. By that time, so I've been made fun of all through elementary school.
It's
as well.
easy for people like that to do that.
I just stopped
because
responding.
they
He
know
was not
they
from a
don't
good
have to
home.
worry about it.
Like I was getting spit on the school bus, like it was bad. So by 6th grade,
Oops, that's my kink.
all right. By 6th grade, I just wasn't responding. So he, we're waiting for the teacher to come to the class, and I'm just getting like made fun of and fucking whatever. And I'm just not
get some
okay.
fruit
Sure,
over here?
yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. But
go
I wanted to
left.
really be his friend because he was making fun of me the most.
Yeah.
So, and in 6th grade, we ended up becoming friends. And then 7th grade, Matt started sitting at the same lunch table as Jordy. And Jordy's friends, BJ, Haugen. Oh man, I can't believe I remember that name.
Just a bunch of kids in middle school. We don't need their names.
I know, but for some reason it sticks out to me. Maybe because I was like, maybe I was writing a log
You
of
were the
people
cool
going to kill
table.
one day. And it never happened again. But so one
Somewhere
day,
there's a list in Mike's
There's
journal.
a seating
With, like,
chart.
Two of the
like-
names are checked off.
There really was
Like
like,
a
a
few names
seating
are
order.
crossed
That I
off,
do
like,
remember
what the
us
fuck?
always
Yeah.
being the same thing.
so one day he invited me over to sit at the lunch table, and that's when I kind of reconnected with Jordy. He was like, it wasn't like, oh wow, Jordy, remember me? It was like, oh, we just started a friendship again. And so ever since that moment, sitting at that lunch table and other people seeing that lunch table, at the time in the school, the two big cliques were like surfers and skaters.
Cool.
But it covered everything. So if you
There was,
weren't
like-
a
they were, like,
grunge kid
preppy
or like
too,
a
though.
metalhead or whatever, you were a, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, in preps, they were all in one category, surfers, and then everybody else was skaters. So once people, I guess, that were making fun of me saw me sitting at this table, I just never heard another word about it, which
Yeah.
is great. And then all of a sudden that allowed me to, my confidence to show, and I was starting to make jokes instead of being made fun of. But then I also got really mean.
We were also at the table full of kids that were in a,
you were new money.
So this was the evolution.
You were nouveau
Oh,
riche
you were new
cool.
money.
well, we were at the
You
table.
went from middle class to upper class, but you were never poor, so you didn't know what it
No,
was
I was.
like.
I grew up.
No, that's not what he's talking about.
Oh, you mean
Ha-
socially poor?
Harkening back to my JK Rowling.
Half
Got
of the
it.
kids at the table were like the known fighters of the school. Like once a month got suspended.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's also when I started to realize, oh, it's very easy to make fun of other people.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
always thought
so
it was
easy.
like this skill you had to attain, but then I was like, because I was a smart kid,
You just have to be witty.
and I was like, oh, I can think that fast, but I never had the confidence to try it. And so all of a sudden, I did what I think what happens to most kids is where they just become the thing that they hated the most.
Yeah.
So I became like this social. And I wasn't like pushing kids or anything or making fun of them for no reason. But if somebody even says something that I remotely construed as
So you
them
har-
cutting me down, I just eviscerated them verbally immediately, like to the bone. Like there was no breaks. I was like, and it felt good because I had been the victim of that for so long.
You Harvey Two-Faced it.
So somehow by the end of 8th grade, I had gotten to this point where, and even high school, there was this air of, I was kind of friends with everybody. I was friendly. I was like the funny kid. So everyone was like, oh, even people that I wouldn't normally hang out with were like, oh, Mike, what's up in the hallway. And that was enough.
yeah.
But I also had this air of, oh, don't fuck with Mike James. but for no reason. I never fought a single person. I never was never very intimidating physically. I was always
he just flexed and looked at himself when he did it.
well,
You gotta make sure I'm still like,
Yeah.
Wait, am I still there?
No, I'm not.
I got
Very
it.
not
I got
intimidating
it.
at all. But
I think
like,
he was just looking at that Patriots jersey.
but I all of a sudden I just come to my own, and the power, so to speak, went to my head, because then nobody would even try to make fun of me anymore, because they were worried about something that wasn't even a possibility.
Yeah.
Not just like being made fun of back, but like, is he just gonna beat my ass? Meanwhile, I don't have a violent bone in my body, but there was just this, and the only reason I even know about that is because a girl I dated, her ex, I guess, was talking shit, wanted to beat me up.
What's his
whatever.
name?
Ryan.
Don't tell me his name. I'm just kidding.
Ryan. I don't remember his last name, but that's one of the reasons I hate people named Ryan.
Schurston.
I hate
anyway,
people named Ryan.
He wanted to, I guess, fight me, and so that, you know, people talk about that all year, and then it's like, one day I'll do it, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody, I guess, that he knew was like, oh, you don't want to fight Mike James. That I don't even know. By
He
the way,
sits at the
so
table.
by the time I found
You
out
know
this
the
kid
one.
wanted to fight me, it had already been nipped in the bud from something I didn't do or say, and I found out through my girlfriend, one of my girlfriend's friends at the time, and I was like, what's happening in the school that I'm not aware of? And so when I make fun of Charlie or anybody really, it's immediate, and I can't turn it off. And sometimes I say shit that's way meaner than it should be, because I don't ever want to feel embarrassed like that. So I immediately want to just destroy whatever is remotely threatening to me, so I don't have to worry about it.
That
like the
and we're all mean.
scorched
Especially,
earth policy.
Yes.
we're all very mean too, especially like for me, kid and marriage. Like before then, we were like very, very brutal with our comments all the time.
Yeah.
Which,
I oftentimes go too far, only because I know exactly what you're saying. I didn't come out of my shell until I was probably 20 years old. You know, and nowadays you got all these groups and this and that, and you know, anti-bullying and bullying this and bullying that. And like, when I was a kid, I got bullied, and your only option was to just fight back. So I got to the point where when I realized that I was witty enough to come back at something, I would do it. But then there were times where I would say something and it wasn't enough to cut.
Yeah.
And
So that's when you resort to
That's
the-
when it's
yeah.
all right. Got to get violent. Got to take it to the next level. Got to try to put this motherfucker's nose through the back.
I
of his
could just
head.
picture. I can
thought
just imagine
process?
Charlie being like, "Well,
Well,
your mom is."
I like the idea that Charlie had this one line that was going to end it. He's like, here it is, my coup de grace. And he says it. It's like, in effect, she was like, now I have to kill this person.
fuck, he didn't cry.
I didn't hear any.
Well, he will.
It's that scene with Drago from Rocky 4. I must break you. Like,
Oh,
it
man.
didn't work,
Yeah.
so now that's my only option.
I've still never been in a fist fight. You never
Never?
had to be.
Don't.
Always talked
No,
my
you
way out of it
got, you
somehow.
got.
Don't
Don't
ever
ever in
do
a
it.
fist fight. You just didn't
Don't ever
swing
do it.
punches, right?
Yeah, so I got hit in the face once,
Yeah, that's
one
a fist
time.
fight.
Well, I don't know. I was hit in the face once, and that was the end of it. Is that a fist
Well,
fight?
it didn't have to be.
That's
the,
something I was mugged, except I wasn't missing
It
money.
didn't have to be the end of it. You just declined.
Yeah,
you,
so
you were in the
uh,
beginning of a fist fight.
Respectfully
I was in
acquiesce to engage.
You're a
I
conscientious
was in
objector.
8th grade. And it was a
I
friend of
object.
mine who was in 10th grade, and I didn't realize at the time, but he was doing coke, and that's the reason he didn't invite me to his house, because he knew I didn't do drugs or anything.
Coca-Cola
But I
for
went
the
over there
listeners.
one that night anyway, just to see what was up, and he had a bunch of people over I didn't even know, and he was coked out of his mind apparently, unbeknownst to me. So I was doing like I always do, just little verbal jabs here and there. And there's one kid, I remember this fat kid named Keith. I fucking hated in my neighborhood. I fucking
Hey,
hated
Keith,
him.
fuck you,
Also,
you're
side note
fat.
real quick.
Yeah, fuck you,
Kid's
Keith.
so fucking fat, his goddamn frame of his bike broke in half while he was riding home one day. That fat fuck.
What a
Keith,
fat
you
fuck.
fat bitch.
Anyway, he was like, "You gonna take that, Danny?
Maybe
You gonna let him
what if he had a
talk shit?"
thyroid problem?
What
Fuck
if he
him
had
anyway.
large
Bet his
bones?
thyroid.
Fuck your thyroid, fat Keith. You
So anyway, he's like, "You gonna let him talk shit like that?" And I wasn't talking shit. I was just being me. Like, he knew that, but he was like all amped up, all this energy. So he got up and walked right at me like dead eye, and I was like, "Hey man, what's going on?" And he just fucking cocked back and laid me out. And I was just on the ground. And it really was like, I don't even remember being hit. I just remember like on the ground, like, what the fuck just happened?
yeah.
The fucked up thing is that you can have one of those nights, like, and we've all been in that situation.
You mean you're pointing to you
Well,
and
the
Jordy?
problem is,
I don't know
is
what
that
the fuck you're talking about.
One bad
kill
night,
you.
and the reason. Sorry, I got a burp. The reason it gets scarier as you get older is because as you get older, you start to realize that all your decisions have consequences. a bar fight, a simple fucking bar fight, can get you 5 years in prison. You know what I mean? I can remember being at a bar in Delray, and a guy spilled his drink on me, and I politely asked him.
I politely crushed his throat.
No.
I politely. Steven Seagal twisted his.
Let me get through this.
Sorry.
I asked him to move away because he got another drink, and I'm like, I don't want to wear another one.
Did
So
you politely ask him to move
I
away?
did, yes.
Okay.
I was like, hey, bud, hey, because he was right on top of me. I was like, hey, man, just be careful. I'm gonna move, and I moved, literally moved. 2 seconds later, he's shifted his way over. He was dancing with a girl, and he shifted his way over to me, and I was like,
so he was dancing when he was moving
At
around.
the bar, he was dancing,
moving toward
What
me.
a dickhead!
Grind on
So
me.
I ended up saying something,
And
and
Charlie.
he turned around and he just gave me one of these and threw the drink on me.
Oh, intentionally.
Oh.
And I
Hell
The whole
no.
drink, or did he
just
splash it?
splashed me with it.
To the no.
So-
to the no.
So I got upset, and I
got upset.
hit him really hard. Turned out he was-
Repeatedly.
No. I just hit
Right
him
in
once.
his penis.
I hit him once.
Turned out he was celebrating. He had just learned to walk again after a terrible car accident.
He was friends with somebody I knew, and the next day, because they pulled me out of there, I got kicked out. The next day, I found out that I had knocked out one of his teeth and broke his jaw.
Good. Fuck him.
But I felt fucking bad, and that could have sent me to fucking jail.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
also,
that's-
there's been a fight you had where a guy pulled a fucking knife on you.
Yeah,
At
that was,
Harper's.
Yeah.
So-
Daniel helped me with that one, though.
But still, like, that's scary fucking shit. It can escalate quickly. And it happens, it's the more deadly options happen usually when you get older. Because more people are not going to take that shit. When you're younger, it's like, oh, I got beat up and somebody's dragging me out of there. It's like, okay. But when you're older, it's like, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Either they have a weapon or they're just like not going to take that shit because
Yeah.
they're a grown ass man.
Yeah, but it's just things can escalate so quickly, and you don't realize that until it actually happens. And when it happens, it's too late.
Especially with my mouth, man.
Yeah, it is.
0 to 100 so quick.
And when we were younger,
Jordy's mouth
when we
is
were
deadly.
younger,
His kisses are
feel
so
invincible.
powerful.
You feel invincible, and you think nothing's gonna.
What he
but
means.
At my age, like I would rather just fucking have a good time, and not worry about that shit. You know what I mean? Like not have to go anywhere and think.
Yeah,
like,
you've done enough. You've seen enough. You went through 2 world
You
wars.
gotta go to like
There's
a country
no way.
club.
Sorry, I'm not kidding when I tell you I can't not say this shit.
You gotta go to like a country club bar if you can't go to Harper's if you want that to be the case.
No, I'm a creature of habit. And that's where I go. That's
Well, you're
that's-
comfortable there. It's
yeah.
a new stomping ground.
get
Just
it.
like Ale House, we never stopped going to Ale for years.
Yeah.
Man,
I do.
Well, you
miss
remember
that.
we went to
House.
we're back.
I kind of miss the ale
back in the
house.
day.
What's it say?
Back in
I
the
just
day, we
miss
used to
having
go
a place that
to.
I could go.
Yeah.
But back in the day, we used to go to BJ's. Remember BJ's?
Oh
I didn't
shit!
go there.
Yeah, it's now nothing. It's just an empty lot.
Yeah. But like
Wait, okay.
everywhere I've ever lived, I've always had that one place. And yes, it is the fucking worst place in town.
Yeah.
I know the bartender.
No, Coconut. It's probably still the worst.
Triangle.
pretty
Triangle's
bad.
pretty bad too.
Triangle's
No, there's
not bad.
luxury
was.
apartments there now.
It was bad.
Yeah, it's no longer even.
Azul.
But
But
yeah,
they-
that place is nice.
They recently
Talked about it on my other
apparently reopened,
podcast.
I've done
Blood
business
Star
in there.
today.
Wahoo's just reopened as something called the Tide House, and I
What?
thought
I'm
they
going there
demolished
Friday.
Wahoo's.
I'm going there Friday for an invite only soft opening.
Can I come?
No, hell no.
Are you fishing for an invite? Get it fishing.
Invite. Oh, you
Tide?
wanna get a
I
job
Tide?
there?
Come on, guys, please.
That's good.
I'm baiting.
I'll bite.
Anybody?
No, I really don't wanna go at all.
I can't.
The last time I went to Wahoo's actually was a nightmare because
It was a night to be
Daniel,
a-
myself, Daniel, and Bun went, and Daniel, when he orders drinks, or at least back in the day,
He just yells them until somebody brings him.
he
one.
would yell them until someone would show up with. No, he likes to order White Russians. I don't
That's
know if you've
racist.
ever had.
Doesn't seem like a guy that would order that drink.
You would think.
Also,
however, if you've ever had more than one White Russian in a row,
You're Daniel Witten.
You lose the election.
Sorry. That was good. That was good.
Can
no, it sits,
guys,
it sits heavy on
can
your
we
stomach.
pause? Is there anything besides a White Russian? I mean, that's the only color they come in. Let's be honest.
No, there's a Black Russian.
Absolutely not.
Not if Putin has anything to say about it.
That's true. Hey, do you guys want to play out of context?
Hold on, you didn't finish the story. What happened
Tell
with
me-
Daniel ordering lots of White Russians?
Oh yes, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Oh, I
Sorry.
got sick to my stomach because there's so much fucking
Oh.
cream in them.
Okay. I thought Daniel was
come on,
ordering
come on.
cream.
Come on. I
No,
know
that's
as
too
soon as I
easy.
said
Nah, I
it.
prefer a challenge.
Guys, cream has come.
That low hanging fruit just ain't my
All right,
speed.
out of
above
context.
that.
Out of context.
Sometimes.
Let's play. Out of context.
Here we go. You guys ready?
Oh, are we going to do a tie? We never got our tiebreaker from the previous week. Are we going to start fresh?
We're starting fresh.
Wait, is
Okay.
that a three-way
All right.
tiebreaker? Because I'm tied
Oh,
with
yeah, then you guys fucking.
We got just two ties in a row.
Also, William really gave you that fucking twofer.
I did. That was sort of.
Well, he did give me 10 points the other
He
week.
gave it
so.
to me too, though, because I said ditto.
All right, here we go.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Did you like that strategy? Solid strat. You can tell I play board games when
And Pokemon.
I thought you just
Ditto.
watched Ghost.
Okay. Ready.
Okay. Round one. You know Steve Jobs and his short Slytherin shorts?
Ditto.
Harry Potter. It was a scene where Harry Potter goes to the bank to collect his fucking millions of dollars, and because Steve Jobs is rich, and Harry Potter and rich.
Okay. What do you think, Jordan?
I don't think I've ever seen Steve Jobs in
okay,
shorts. It was
so
always a
Steve
fucking
Jobs,
turtleneck
Slytherin
and jeans.
Were you,
looks like
were you
Harry
talking
Potter.
about whatever that
glasses
kid's
and
name
the-
is, father? Or were you talking? I don't know. Pass.
Ditto.
Fucking pass.
Were you talking?
Yeah, I was talking.
Okay.
I have words.
Getting warmer.
Damn,
Nice.
my
All
mouth.
right, so we got two passes. All right, so Steve
Not
Jobs
two
and
passes.
his
I guessed.
oh, did you? Steve Jobs
I
and
mean,
his
it was a
short
pass.
Slytherin shorts.
Wait, I'm right.
Yes, which, as you
There is
recall,
no
is a
way you're
house
right.
from
I'm absolutely correct.
Harry Potter,
Steve Jobs.
from Hogwarts, Slytherin.
Yo, I'd like to slither into some
This one,
Hogwarts.
this one's
if you know what I'm
platform
saying.
9 3/4.
This one was really difficult, and you got
Yeah, no, I'm good. I pass.
Okay, but so
I would rather just
No,
move
was
on
I
to the
close?
next
No,
one.
no.
all right.
that's
No.
So I had to bring over a black long sleeve shirt for my girlfriend because she was going to be the Dread Pirate Roberts from The Princess Bride, and I was going to be Princess Buttercup. And so I had a long sleeve black shirt that she was going to have to modify. So
Why
at
the
first,
fuck were you
Hang
going to
on,
be Princess
hang on,
Buttercup?
I'm trying to follow this story.
This is easy. He was going to be Princess Buttercup, and he had a black long sleeve shirt, which is perfect for somebody who would like to be the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Right.
Cassidy is that person who
So
would
I was-
like to be that.
So I was bringing that shirt over for her, but it needed a few modifications. At first, it was just a long sleeve.
So you put a turtleneck on it.
So it was essentially just at first.
God, no, smelling it, I can't do
She
it.
was wearing just a long black sleeve shirt and her short little Slytherin shorts. And she walked out of the room, and I called her Steve Jobs because of the long black shirt, and she was wearing her glasses, and she
That
sort of
was
looked
close.
like Steve Jobs a little bit.
Never in a million years.
Yeah.
I associate him with a turtleneck.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if you see,
That's what I
he's
think.
not. He's not always wearing a turtleneck. Sometimes.
Yeah,
he's
Well, I don't
wearing
think
one.
he's
that doesn't
always
matter.
wearing
Yeah, I
it.
know. At the end of his life, he
I'm
was
not
wearing a
always wearing
casket.
clothes, but you don't associate. Well, you may.
Jesus,
What did I missed it. What'd you say?
Holy fuck!
What'd he say?
I was like, he was like, I
sounds-
was like, Steve Jobs wasn't always wearing a black turtleneck, and Charlie says, yeah, at the end of his life, he was wearing a fucking casket.
Oh,
Goodness
okay.
gracious.
It
Yeah,
just came out of
it's
nowhere.
true.
It was
Caught me
good.
off guard.
Well, technically, at the end of everybody's life, that's what they're wearing.
I mean, not if
How'd
you
you get cremated?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So
Okay,
that-
round two. Here we go.
Hashtag earn party.
Oh shit, it's barf.
Oh, you were watching Spaceballs.
Oh, you were watching
Damn.
Spaceballs.
You stepped to something, assumed it was poop, but then looked again, and oh shit, it's barf.
Nope. I'm sorry. I take it back. Can I
No,
change
your
mine?
answer is final.
No, bullshit.
That's yeah. No, I make
This
the
ain't
rules.
fucking Jeopardy.
Yeah.
You lose 2
You
points.
were watching another movie with
John
John Candy in it, and Cassidy
That's my
realized
actual.
that's who was playing
Damn
Barf
it.
in the
That's
movie.
a good answer.
That is good.
That's what I would actually say. I just wanted to be funny and say, "Oh shit."
No, I
Oh,
was.
so now everybody's changing their answers.
I was at the bar and a guy showed up in cosplay as Barf from Spaceballs.
Oh, okay.
And I went, oh shit, it's Barf.
Okay.
And he was very happy that I knew who he was because apparently he was at like a
Yeah.
costume
You
party.
should have
and no one
came
knew who he
as
was.
Pizza
Was
the
anybody
Hut.
the giant transforming maid with a vacuum?
You should have came as
No.
Pizza the Hut.
That'd have been amazing.
Pizza the Hut. would've
Pizza
been
the Hut, so good.
good.
Plaid.
Okay, round number 3. Yes, I'll have a tequila and dirt water, please.
Okay, so you were at a bar, you're ordering a drink, and for whatever reason, somebody just referenced the water has dirt in it.
Close.
You are at the bar.
You can't give a hint in the middle of the round.
You're at the bar, and you ordered tequila, and what you meant to order was soda. And instead, you were funny, and you said dirt water because it was a dark soda that you wanted.
Okay, good. What do you think, Chuck?
I feel like you were getting tequila and tap water at Harper's.
Oh,
It's very
burn.
specific.
Burn on our hometown bar.
No, we're still gonna go there.
Yeah, but
we don't
be there
use
in about
water.
20
We
You
minutes.
guys are
drink
spending enough
water
money
there.
where you half own it, I think.
Well, we get that Avion.
Yeah, I was at a bar and someone mentioned that the because someone was getting like a tequila and like some kind of like a club soda or something, but she said it tasted like very earthy. And I said, "Oh,
So
you
I
ordered
said
a
it
tequila and
looks like Earth.
And I said, well, soda.
So I'll give you guys both
You said
half a
dark
point for that.
soda.
I'll
I
gi-
said soda, though.
Which implies Coca-Cola.
You didn't say soda at all.
because you guys are relatively close, I will give you both half a point.
Hell yeah.
Before you say the next one, by the way, did you bring your reviewers?
Do you bring your reverse?
No, I remember he was supposed to read reviews, and we were supposed
no, I
to
didn't.
guess
Of
what
course
they
not.
were.
Yes, he did. He does it every single week.
Every single week. I haven't missed a
Yeah,
week yet.
he's not ready yet. We're still doing this game. So yeah.
I was just curious if he brought it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
We're going to do it at the end.
Remember, this week I'm just going to name the product, and you guys have to guess the review.
Terrible idea.
Round number 4. My body is just a really shitty temple where the deity I worship is cum. Go ahead and take some time to mull it over. Charlie has forfeited the game.
Cassidy was feeling under the weather,
Okay.
and she still wanted to have sex.
Okay. Okay.
You pulled out and came all over yourself. And this was the commentary afterwards.
What do you think?
Come on, chuck a fucking
Those are both
bucka.
really good. Oh, you motherfucker!
What?
Pulling up my old PlayStation name.
That you made.
Oh God, those were both really good guesses.
Thank you.
I don't think mine was that good.
Jody's is real good.
Jody's was great. Say it again one more time.
My body is just a really shitty temple where the deity I worship is cum.
Were you watching a Hallmark Channel special
Don't say anything else.
on surrogate mothers?
Oh, boy.
This is a pretty good guess. No, I was with a couple of people at the bar that I work at, and they were talking about the frequency with which they masturbated. And I said, my body's just a really
Oh.
shitty temple where the frequency.
God.
So instead of
deity
pull
I
out,
worship is cum.
do you shoot on yourself?
No.
All right. Well, we've had a good episode.
Shoot or shoot.
Do you shoot on yourself? Do you guys want to do one more before we shut it
What
down?
you guys don't?
We'll do one more.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit me. Tiebreaker.
This is it.
Wait, what is the score, by the way?
Half
Three,
point.
three,
Half
three.
point.
No, 0.5.
Yeah.
2.
You have 2?
I have 2
You're so full of shit. You have a terrible poker face.
From what?
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, look at the corners of his mouth. That's how you know he's full of shit.
Also, you were there, so you should also know he was full of shit.
And this will be a tiebreaker, maybe for a full point. So yeah, tiebreaker.
This will be, but he's not in the tie, so it'll just be the winning.
No.
But this
if
still
I get it,
gets the game. He could still
true.
win
Whoever
it.
gets this, it's a winning
circle
point,
gets the
match point.
motherfucking square, bitch.
That was a good band.
Pick me up one of them herpes pumpkins.
Okay, easy.
you-
You were at a pumpkin patch, and there's a bunch of
The
pumpkins
gourd.
with all
You
the
wanted the
bumps
gourd
all
with the
over
bumps.
it.
I said gourd first, so I come.
No, there's pumpkins with bumps all over it, and you're like, "Ooh, pick me one of those."
What do you think about? What do
Yeah,
you think about
that's
that?
my same guess.
You said gourd.
You said gourd with bumps.
Pumpkins are gourds.
Pick me
Officially.
up one of them
So-
herpes pumpkins.
Because your parents are going
Oh
to the
my
pumpkin patch.
God,
Hang on,
yeah,
Charlie.
yeah, yeah.
I would like to
I
add your
just thought
parents
that
are going to
too.
the pumpkin patch.
No, we can't change ours because.
I feel like you were ordering
Yeah,
a.
I saw that the second time too.
I feel like you were.
rephrased. I'm like, wait a second. He said, "Go, pick me up."
You were getting Cassidy to get you a
God
pumpkin
damn
spice
it.
latte from Port Salerno Dunkin' Donuts.
All right, so
that's really fucking good.
That's funny.
But I got
We're
it's-
close at a half point each.
Yeah, but because you guys were both
We
not
said
quite
at
accurate,
a
I
pumpkin
have to
patch.
give you guys another fucking half point.
Yeah,
damn
we knew. As
It's a
soon
fucking
as he,
tie.
I think
This
did
game
you
sucks. It always ends in the tie.
three-way tie. But hey, I've been involved in every tie, so I'm actually the winner.
I don't know if that's how ties work.
Well,
I got 3 ties. You got how many ties? 2, and he's got 1. Boom! I'm the winner.
this is this is an episodic game show, okay?
Yeah, we have
game show
an
within a
episode
podcast.
every single game.
All All right. Well, that's all I got for.
All right. If you would like to find us on Instagram, good luck, you fucking idiot.
Wow.
Same goes with Facebook and Twitter.
Email the show.
Email the show at email.email.com.
No, what is it? Do we have one?
I don't remember it.
Every time
A
I say a
literal show
literal,
at
it's a
gmail.com.
literal show, and
Go
every time
to-
I say a literal show, it's just a literal.
Go to literalshow.com and figure it out, pussy.
Yeah.
Wow.